YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're back doing another new look 2019 rebuild. By the way, I do have the playlist in the description now, so if you guys want to watch the previous new look rebuilds, you can go ahead and check the link in the description below. But other than that, the Rockets have officially it's almost happened. It's not quite official. Carmelo Anthony is almost signed with the Houston Rockets, and I know his contract is worth like 2.4. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that just because just for the realism of the video. So let's go 2 or whatever we can do. 2.22 is close enough, so we'll do that. And Carmelo Anthony officially has a new contract. So how will this Houston Rockets team, and what is Clint Capella going to do? I believe he will be back with the Rockets, but is he going to be on his qualifying offer, which he is on this video, or is he going to be on a multi-year contract? For my prediction, I think he might play on his qualifying offer. I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. But let's see how the rotation is looking. Of course, they don't have Carmelo in the rotation right now, so we're going to have to fix this. So let's see how it looks after Carmelo. All right, so they still have Carmelo coming off the bench. Chris Paul, James Harden, Eric Gordon's at the 3. I'm not sure how much I like that. PJ Tucker, we got Clint Capella, Carmelo Anthony, Gerald Green, James Ennis, and Ryan Anderson is rounding up the rotation. So I'm going to fix this because for sure I don't like Eric Gordon at the 3. I'm not a big fan of that. Carmelo Anthony, I would like him to play his natural position, but wow, PJ Tucker up 80. Wow, okay, I can't do that. That's just, I think that's a little too crazy. So I mean, maybe Carmelo back at the 2, although yeah, so we'll do that. Carmelo is going to play the 3, PJ Tucker play the 4, I guess, and then Eric Gordon back to his natural position in the shooting guard. And then let's see how it looks now. So let's see how that looks now. So we got Chris Paul, James Harden, Carmelo, PJ Tucker, Clint Capella, Eric Gordon, Gerald Green, James Ennis, and Nene, and Ryan Anderson is rounding up the rotation. But we're probably just going to do a 9-man rotation. I love that. I love that. That's going to work for me because I don't like PJ Tucker as an 83 overall. I think that's a little too OP, or not OP. I think that's a little too high for PJ Tucker. But Eric Gordon is the 6th man. We love that. Of course, Gerald Green off the bench as well. James Ennis at 3rd. They signed this last offseason. And Nene is backup center. And then there's still that Ryan Anderson contract that, you know, it's kind of there was a rumor a while back that the Kings would be interested in possibly taking on Ryan Anderson. But I'm not sure how real that is. But I just kind of want to see how this team does the first season. And hopefully, just hopefully, that this Rockets team can be very good. At the end of the season, interestingly enough, I've never seen this before, Chris Paul wins MVP at like 34 years old. 23 points, 6 rebounds, almost 13 assists, 3 steals, 50% from the field, and 41% from 3. So, wow. Chris Paul is definitely proving his contract for the first season at least. Tyreke Evans wins 6th man of the year, which is a very big possibility. It just depends on how the Pacers play Tyreke Evans this upcoming season, so I am interested on see what they do about that. But I love Chris Paul as MVP. That's interesting. James Harden makes All-NBA 2nd team, and other than that, we are 3rd in the Western Conference, 56 and 26. Let's see how the player stats happen. We got James Harden with 23 points, Chris Paul with 23. Eric Gordon had 19 off the bench. Wow. Carmelo had 17 and a half. Clint Capella had 13, 11, and 2 blocks, which is exactly what we're looking from Clint Capella. Almost 10 points off the bench for Gerald Green, and PJ Tucker averaged around 9 points at the power forward position and 10 rebounds. So PJ Tucker definitely proved that he is an underrated rebounder in last year's playoffs because he was getting a bunch of boards. But other than that, let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Utah Jazz in the first round. They did it last year in the second round, so I don't see why they couldn't do it again. But you never know with 2K. We're up 3-1, and we do beat them in 5 games. And now we're up against the Avengers, you know, the Golden State Warriors. So let's even beat the Warriors in a series. We're up 2-0. We're okay. They are evening up. They come back. They're up 3-2 on us. So they just won 3 games in a row. Let's see if we can force a Game 7. We're on our home court, so let's force the Game 7, baby. And it doesn't look like we're going to. We're going to lose in 6 games, and they absolutely blow us out. 152 points on our head. So James Harden 39 did everything he could, and Stephen Curry had 49, while KD had 33. Clay chipped in 25, and Draymond Green had a triple-double. So let's see what we can do this upcoming offseason. There's not a whole lot we can do because the Rockets don't have a ton of cap space. They're a win-now team, and Thunder win a championship. And they beat the Thunder in 7 games, so that's cool. I would love for them to do that. Player retirement. Tony Parker retires on the Hornets is just so weird, man. I think that was one of the most weirdest signings of this offseason was definitely Tony Parker to the Hornets, because we kind of had a feeling that Tony Parker might be gone because of just the Spurs didn't seem like they had much interest in bringing him back. Of course, they would like to bring him back, but with the Hornets of all people, I know why he did it. It's because of Nicholas Batum, but it's just interesting. That's all. Like I just don't. I don't know. Tony Parker on the Hornets just sounds odd, I guess, if you really think about it. But we have the 21st pick in the second round, and we have Ryan Anderson's contract still. And then we have to re-sign Clint Capella, and then we'll see how much money Carmelo Anthony wants, and then we'll decide whether we want to re-sign him. Because it's not guaranteed that Carmelo Anthony is back on the Rockets next season, right? After this upcoming season, who knows what he's going to do after that. But if we can trade Ryan Anderson away off this team, I think that would be a dub. So the Kings were saying how they could possibly be interested in him. Now, I don't know who the Kings would want to give us. They want to give us Bielitsa in return, and we give them a second-round pick. You know what? I'm actually going to do this trade because this is going to save us a lot of money. And I don't know why Bielitsa got a, the contract that he did, but, whatever. So we get rid of Ryan Anderson to the Kings, which I think Ryan Anderson is from Sacramento. So I think that makes a little bit of sense. Although the second round, no. Okay, nothing. Player options. James Ennis accepts. DeAnthony Melton accepts. And Vincent Edwards accepts. And Zhao Qi. We could let him walk. DeAnthony Melton, yeah, we'll leave it for now. And then, of course, Clint Capella. Okay, he really should be an unrestricted free agent this offseason. So, should I cheat and say not offered? Although, I'm not doing it because I won't have his bird rights if I do that. So, obviously, I was going to go sign Clint Capella. So, he really should be an unrestricted free agent, but I'm going after him right away anyway. So, I'm not going to be able to. It's not like I'm going to wait for an offer and then match it. So, we're just going to offer him his contract right now. So, Clint Capella wanted a max contract, and then maybe he can finally get it from the Rockets. So, 25 for 24.10 or something like that. How much money does Melo want? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Carmelo Anthony, come on now. 19 mil. I might do it just because, but I'm not giving you a 3-year deal. I'll give you a $19 million for 1 season. How about that? All right, so Clint Capella and Carmelo both accept. So we'll do that. We'll bring them both back. And then Gerald Green, let's get Gerald Green back. Klay Thompson, we can't afford him, obviously. Gerald Green, let's get him back as well. And he accepts as well. So we are basically just re-signing our guys. Other than that, I don't think we have any other free agents. I'm not sure we'll have money at all in this video. Pau Gasol, though, that'd be underrated signing. Let's even get Pau Gasol. We do get Pau Gasol as well, so we just sign someone else. Make the video a little bit more interesting. Cousins, a free agent. Who else is out here? Isaiah Thomas, way too much money. Mark Carroll, nothing. Robin Lopez, we could bring him here. Ronnie Hood, Michael Beasley. Could even bring Michael Beasley here. That'd be interesting. He accepts other offers. So that would be interesting if we brought Michael Beasley over here, but don't really need him. So other than that, when we look at the team, we got Chris Paul, James Harden, Eric Gordon, Gerald Green, Carmelo Anthony, James Ennis III, Bielitsa, Vincent Edwards, PJ Tucker, Clint Capella, Pau Gasol. So Pau Gasol will probably play the backup 4 this upcoming season. So let's see, if Pau Gasol can contribute in any way to this upcoming team. He's still really old, so hopefully maybe he can do some things like here and there, and we'd be okay. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Carmelo Anthony for the rest of the video, but of course we have him on another 1-year deal. So maybe I should have just signed him for a 2-year deal. I don't know, but whatever. Player progression. Let's see how it's looking. Hopefully next season he's not going to want like freaking so much damn money, because that was ridiculous. But our bench is starting to go down a little bit, so might have to start looking into changing this team up a little bit after this season. But let's see, of course, like I said, how they do this upcoming season, because if we are pretty good again, then I might just roll with it again. I don't know. We'll see. But, of course, I would like to make some changes if needed. But the 2020 NBA, unofficial 2020 NBA draft jack move 916 is usually what I do. Of course, there's no other 2020 draft that's very good on here. So, although I don't usually I usually never use the 2020 draft, but for this series, I'm doing 3 seasons. I never do 3 seasons, even though I think you guys are enjoying 3 seasons a lot more. So I should listen to you guys more, right? Okay. D'Anthony Melton, why not? And let's throw this at... Who else is young on this team? Vincent Edwards, I guess, because a lot of these people are veterans. But you know what? Since I'm on it, why don't I resign, or not resign, send D'Anthony Melton to the G League? That way he can progress. And then Vincent Edwards, nah, I'll just leave him. All right, so what's the rotation looking like? Again, we got Chris Paul, James Harden, Clint Capella, Carmelo Anthony, Pau Gasol, Clint Capella, Eric Gordon, James Ennis the third, PJ Tucker, Gerald Green. I'm not a big fan of Pau Gasol starting. I think that he's a little too old to start now, so I'm gonna go ahead and let PJ Tucker run that show. I'll give him a little bit more minutes than James Ennis the third, but we'll leave it like that. I like PJ Tucker. He played a very good power forward last year, and in the playoffs that other year. So let's go ahead and just leave it like that. Simulate another season. Let's see if we can do it again. So we won 2 more games than last year, and of course we are second in the Western Conference this time rather than being the 3rd seed. Other than that, the player stats are as follows: 27, 22, 18, 17, 13, 7.5, and almost 10 rebounds. I love PJ Tucker. Like, he is a great player. I think he's definitely a very underrated signing from last year's free agency class by the Houston Rockets. Very great player. But let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Portland Trailblazers, my Portland Trailblazers, in the first round. We're up 3-0, and we beat them in 5. Yes, okay. So let's see if we can beat the Thunder, who usually are really loved by 2K on this game. So this should be a good series. But we're up 2-0, we're up 3-0, and we sweep. No, we do not. We beat them in 5. So we're facing the Avengers once again, and if they have DeMarcus Cousins, Klay Thompson still, I'm going to be pissed. So either one of those guys had to go. No, they still have them both. So don't know how they do it, but whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can beat them. We do even it up. They're up 2-1. We even it up again. Can we go up 3-2? No. Okay, so this is the position we were last year. The Bulls are in the finals, so if the Bulls are in the finals, anything can happen. So let's see if I can force a Game 7 this time. It looks like I can. So Game 7 is definitely happening. So Game 7, Chris Paul, did his thing like he did last year. 40 points, 15 assists when Chris Paul forced a Game 7, and then he unfortunately couldn't play in Game 7. But guys, this is the ultimate test right here. Can we make it to the NBA Finals over the Avengers? So let's see. We're like, all right, this is a close game. Very close game. But it looks like we're pulling away. We are pulling away. I don't even have to jump in. We beat the Golden State Warriors. So Game 7 is ours. Chris Paul had a triple-double. Eric Gordon led the way with 26 points. And let's go. DeMarcus Cousins only had 14 points. And we're facing Chicago Bulls. So, can we beat the Bulls? Can we beat the overpowered Bulls? Because for some reason, when you put Jabari Parker on the Chicago Bulls, they become a dynasty. I don't know what it is. But we're going to a Game 7 with Chicago Bulls. Like I said, they are so overpowered now on this game. Even like after the Jabari Parker signing, every time you simulate with that team, they are just beasts. And we might actually end up losing to them. Maybe not. Looks like we're starting to pull away. And we're going to win the championship, baby. 31 points, 30. So awesome stuff. And let's go ahead and just... No. Okay. I didn't need to jump in. I'm going to go ahead and see you guys in the offseason. With this trade, we're going to be grabbing Ersan Ilyasova from the Atlanta Hawks, just because I think Ersan would be a nice fit here. It can, hit the 3 ball. So we're going to get Ersan Ilyasova. Chris Paul won the Finals MVP, by the way, and he was freaking a beast. He had like 24 points and 15 assists, average 38 minutes per game. Chris Paul won Finals MVP. Very, very good at what he did. And then qualifying offers, we have none. And of course, let's see what free agency is looking like once again. Draymond Green is available. We obviously can't afford him. Isaiah Thomas is out here. Carmelo is out here. He wants... Let's see what we got. So, we have Chris Paul, James Harden, Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker, Ersan Ilyasova, and Clint Capella. So, we need a backup center and a 3. So, we lost James Ennis, so we got to get Carmelo back. So, basically, we're going to get our guys back. So, Bird writes, where are you? So, Carmelo Anthony, let's just go ahead and give you a 16.10 over 2 years. And then James Ennis, I wouldn't mind bringing you back. And then, where is Gerald Green? Does he, did he retire? Melvin Frazier Jr. was the guy I made better, wasn't it? No, it was DeAnthony Melton. Where is DeAnthony Melton? I was a free agent, and I just made him want a ton of money. So that's great. I was hoping that he would be a backup point guard this upcoming season. I didn't realize he was a free agent, but whatever. What can you do? So, really, I'm going to have to be looking for some Tristan Thompson. No, can't afford him. Aaron Baines. Might have to take him on. Montrezl Harrell. Okay, that's all we can offer for today. So, oh, wait a minute. I don't want to renounce DeAnthony Melton's rights. So let's go ahead and sign Carmelo Anthony, and let's sign these 3 guys. But we don't have bird rights on DeAnthony Melton, so that does suck. But what can you do? So just like that, now we need a starting 3. No, we don't. We got Carmelo Anthony. Starting our backup 4. We need that. No, we have Ersan Ilyasova. I'm confusing myself. So we need a backup point guard, I guess. So that's what I should really be looking for, because Chris Paul, you know, is getting up there in age. He needs someone to come out and help him out with the offense. And Jeff Teague, that would be interesting signing. 5.50 for 2 years. He accepted an. Come on, Jeff Teague. You know you want to come to Houston. He goes to the Jazz. Dang it, man! I was really hoping we got Jeff Teague. I thought that would have been a crazy good signing. Tyler Johnson. Why is he as a point guard? You know what? That wouldn't be a horrible signing. Tyler Johnson. I don't know why he's a point guard, but you know what? We'll take it. Brandon Knight. Even Rajon Rondo off the bench would be interesting. Well, let's see if no, Tyler Johnson still doesn't come here. Now he does. So we'll get Tyler Johnson. So now when we look at this team, we have Chris Paul, Tyler Johnson, James Harden, Eric Gordon, Carmelo Anthony, James Ennis, PJ Tucker, Ersan Ilyasova, and Aaron Baines. So we basically have a 10-man rotation. So let's leave it at that, guys. Obviously, PJ Tucker will probably really go down, unfortunately. But we won a championship. Let's see if we can win one more championship in this video. One last season. Let's hope we can do it, and I'll see you guys in the playoffs. So at the end of the season, we are 3rd in the Western Conference. Once again, let's see, like I said, if we can win another championship. These are the stats this fall. Kind of been the same as this video has gone on. So let's see if we beat the Thunder in a 7-game series. So I'm just going to go ahead and simulate current round. We beat them in 5? No, we beat them in 6 games. Now we're facing LeBron James. They're up 2-1, and they beat us in 5 games. So unfortunately, that's how the video will end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, leave a like if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you haven't already. And the Pelicans win the championship. Okay, and this Crushables, and I'm saying peace.